Awesome. Cool. So we could just go live. Andris, thanks for doing this. I reached out like a few weeks ago just because of how your brand is moving along. I think it looks very family friendly and you're doing something special. So I wanted to get into the whole business side, how you got started, because it's kind of interesting story. You started, I think, in 2016 or 17, right?
Yes, and all the start is not about hemp actually. At the beginning, it was our kids.
Mm-hmm.
So we got two kids, and at the time we live in London, and we decide that we want to go away from the city and start a new life in countryside.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go, and already 5 years we are here. As I remember, first 2 years we still didn't grow any hemp, but at one point we realized that we have enough land, and this plant is so interesting and so good in any way. So we just started with planting seed. And
What were you doing before in London? Because you seem like when I look at your Instagram profile and what you're doing, you seem like a very competent handyman. So I'm just trying to track back if you have any skills, or maybe that was your natural calling before.
yes. For example, in London, I've been working in kitchen. I've been working in constructions. I've been doing a lot of interesting stuff.
And you said when you got the
But
farm and the poultry side, it wasn't even for the hemp. Who introduced you to hemp, or how did you I get to know about it?
yeah, when I was teenager, I introduced myself with the cannabis in general.
We all did.
Yes, but in our case now, we really after this moment when we get settled in the farm, we start to think what we will do here. We have enough land, and of course, internet. Google it. So what to grow in countryside
What
and
was the first thing that you started growing?
uh, no, actually, first thing what we did here, we built a greenhouse to
Mm.
grow some tomatoes for us
Oh,
to eat. But the hemp was the first crop with which we choose to plant in a bigger scale
mhm.
because, like I repeat myself, we saw the picture online with the hemp leaf
Mhm.
and all those good uses all around, and it was like, oh wow, with the garlic you cannot do that. So let's grow hemp.
Of those uses, which one was like the most surprising for you? Or which one, I
Uh,
guess, did you really resonate with?
yes, here in Latvia and I think in Lithuania and all the Baltic countries, the hemp was always here. So
Mhm.
we always knew that it's the rope, it's the fabric, it's seed, it's oil. But for me, it was very surprising that you can insulate your house or make actually the paper. These two things I remember very well. That's why even today we are still showing to people how you can use it as a building material, and we do the workshops how to do the paper. So that was amazing thing, which convinced us.
Yeah. What was like the first thing that you built with hemp?
The first thing was 3 years ago. We invite to our farm Steve Allen. He's International Hemp Building Association, like a founder,
Mm.
and that was really brain away 3 days because he's amazing person and he has a lot of knowledge about the hemp usage in the building materials, and that was the first time when we built a porch of the house. We
The
insulate.
whole porch in hemp?
Yes,
Wow.
of course, the structure we built from the timber frame,
Hmm.
and all inside we fill in with the hemp sheaves, like hempcrete, let's call it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
How do you mix the hempcrete and what's the process that goes in it?
Yeah, actually, whole process is super simple. You need to get your hemp sheaves. You need to go and buy or get the lime, and you need the water. So you can do it by the hand with the shovel. You mix all those compounds, but we've been using all the time like a normal cement mixer.
Hmm.
So it's just it takes a bit of time to understand the perfect consistency of the material.
Mm. Yeah, like the ratio, I guess.
Ratio, yes. And when you get that, that's it. Just mix and apply into the wall.
What has been
That
like the most interesting thing that you built with hempcrete? Are you doing your whole farm with hempcrete like slowly or like piece by piece or?
yes, slowly we insulating all house,
Hmm.
all around the house, and this year we build three dog houses for shelter. So at
Mm.
the and it happened 3 weeks ago, so it's still drying out, and I need to finish some last bits. And
Hmm.
I hope at the end of September we will just get some van and bring it to the dogs.
I know that when you build hempcrete, like any structural buildings, it I guess it's resistant to like microbial, like mold and stuff, I think, right?
Yes, because
Uh,
if
did you notice any like differences when you insulated your house versus like living in the regular house? Was it like a lot cooler or maybe humidity, anything like that?
yes, last year we insulate small part of our actual house, and it's one of outside walls for a drying room when we
Hmm.
dry the seeds and flowers. And really, this winter I really felt that I don't need to heat up that room so much. So I just felt it, like don't need to heat up so much, and yeah, it
Where are you
really
guys
works.
going with like the workshops in general? Because you said you built dog houses, which is interesting. Is that something that you're trying to scale and help other businesses, maybe in Latvia, to do, or set an example, I guess?
Yeah, the first it's we want this material to get more popular, I
Mm.
guess. Like it's another use of the hemp. And the second, in the case of dog houses, yeah, we want to give something as well. So this time is animal shelter. Okay, let's see next year what we can do. There is so much good ideas.
Can you
Maybe
share
next.
some of the ideas that you're planning?
Uh, at this point,
Yeah.
I'm not sure yet, but it will just come like this. Poof. Okay. Maybe we'll find someone who needs some insulation, and he cannot afford it. So we will just jump in with the hempcrete.
Where you live in the area, is a lot of people use hempcrete or they're familiar with, or are you trying to like kind of spread around that region yourself?
Yeah, it's interesting question because I'm by myself. I'm not from this region,
Hmm.
and like I said, we are here 5 years. We do not know much about it, but in general, in Latvia, this material is still not popular at all. It's people just don't know it.
Hmm.
And when we start all the farm, all the educational part, production, growing, that was one of our goals to talk about, to show all these uses to people that they start to talk about it, think about it, and then they actually use it. One good example is last year I had two visitors, young guys. Uh, the first thing, what it was in their mind when I started to talk about hemp, it was like indica, like a smoking part in
Hmm.
general. And
Cannabis.
yes, cannabis for smoking. That's what they know. And after 1 hour, I explained everything, all those uses, and the guys was very interesting in insulation material for like hempcrete. So this spring, I think he sent me the email with the pictures of his house, which is now insulated with hempcrete. So this
The whole house is insulated.
whole house, yes, he called the company who are doing it in Latvia. We have one,
Hmm.
and I really felt, yeah, I did good job. I spread
Wait,
the
so they have
message.
it in Latvia? They have a company that does hempcrete already?
Yes, yes, you can type it, hemp ecosystems, I
Mhm.
think it was, and yes, they are doing it. But my goal is to tell about it, that you can do it by yourself, but there is options, of course, always on the market. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I noticed from you. Very interesting, and that's what I wanted to get into because I think you have a hemp museum too.
Yes,
How did
this
that
is,
get started? What was the initial like? Because that's very interesting too.
yeah, we opened the hemp museum this year, 1st of May. And this comes very naturally with what we've been starting to do with the hemp, because we do not want to look the same every year if we talk about the visitors who are coming here.
Mm.
So we want to change all the time. Last year in that building, we had an escape room which was related to hemp. This year it's a hemp museum. Of course, we think the hemp museum will stay here because there is so much things to add, you know. So
What was the first visit? What did you show from the people, and what did the people actually like take away from the museum?
yeah, so in 1st of May we did the opening day. So all day everyone who wants can come free of charge. We had tea all day, like cookies from hemp. Museum was open for the public, so everyone could come and see uh, what actually it looks like. And it was very surprising because we live pretty far from everywhere.
Hmm.
It's pretty deep countryside, but we did not expect that so many people would come. It was like non-stop all day, people just coming. So this was again, thanks to my wife Deborah. She did, and she's doing very good, all what you see online. So this is very important for us to, that people can reach the message, because
Yeah.
yeah. So, and it was old people, young people, like everyone.
What was like the biggest, I guess, surprise for the people, and maybe if you saw some like differences between the old people and the younger people, what they were surprised about?
Yes, the most, what people like, because we have a mannequin in the corner,
Hmm.
and it's all dressed in the hemp clothes.
Mm.
So this is kind of like I said, in Latvia, Lithuania, this is normal. This is fabric, all days, but really like 2 generations they did not saw it actually. And when they are touching it, the all the clothes, and I'm telling this is hemp, this is possible, it's now happening. So everyone was like, wow,
Did you
really
make the
nice.
textile? I mean, did you make the fabric?
No, we do not make it, but we are explaining it, the process how to get there, because yeah, it's not easy. I have all those old equipments from old
Mhm.
days, how you can process from the stem till getting your fiber, making it very fine, and then work with another machines to actually make your twine. But it's super not easy thing.
Who was the idea person behind the workshops? Was it your idea, or was it your wife that brought it together?
uh,
Because I always see it, and I read a few of your articles too, and like the workshops, they seem like they're very good like turnaround.
yeah. Hmm. I will say my wife. It's her idea.
So
And
she's like the master behind all the workshop and stuff, right?
yes, she's the master behind all of this, actually, what is happening now.
Hmm.
So, Andris, I have this idea. Come on, let's do this. So we are a perfect team. let's say.
What were some of the hardest parts beginning to working with hemp? Not even growing or anything like that, but just in general.
Mm, it's always not easy to start something new. Um, and my education is a baker, so even with the farming, the first year and even till now, every year it's so different. The weather conditions, it's we've been through a lot of mistakes and we learn a lot from it. And it's not just growing, it's also how to get till the point, like to organize the workshop or anything what we do. But in the same time, it's really exciting for us when we see that people do appreciate, and it's all about hemp in the same time, so I don't know.
What was like one of the first products that you guys launched online?
um wow, so specific questions. uh I think it's the hemp tea,
Mm-hmm.
uh, seeds in general, and I think yeah, it's something like that. It was the first, but basically, if we talk about the products, the first product which we was intent to get from the hemp plant, it was hemp seed oil.
Mm-hmm.
But quickly we understood that as small we are, we cannot like just make this product. We need to be innovative in this way if we talk about this hemp product, because it's so many things where you can add food wise, whatever. So I give you example. It's maybe nothing innovative. Everything is going on long time ago already. But the next thing which we are really working on, it's simple straw for you to enjoy your cocktail.
Mm.
And it's made from the hemp, because the European Union is banning all the plastic straws. Pretty soon
Mm.
there will be nothing, so we need to find the alternative. And again, this plant can provide that, like so. I don't know, because like I said before, in Latvia it's tradition. We do make hemp seed butter, we call it hemp seed oil. But for me, it's more interesting to put it different way. Like we are making these hemp bars now. Like it's something sweet. It's with the oats. It's with the hemp seeds. You can grab it on your way to work or gym or whatever. Eat it, quick energy, and you eat your hemp seeds. Like we are looking that way to make, like, to add the hemp seed or flower to some more common products for general public, to accept.
Since we're talking about products, I know that last week, I think the Latvian government or I don't know, organization of food something came to your
Yeah.
house and one of your products that you guys were selling, I think the teas, right?
Yes.
They told you guys that you can't sell it anymore. Or what happened really?
This is how it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's possible to see that. Something we could see that. So basically, we harvest hemp flower, and we've been doing that for 2 years. And this is the third year when we harvested, and we have the Food and Safety Agency, let's call it in English. So they are coming to check what I'm producing every year, if I'm still applying good practice of hygiene and I'm use the safe packaging materials, all these things.
Mm-hmm.
And till this day, everything was fine. But 7th of August this year, the lady came and straight away said, you cannot pack hemp flour. I'm asking why I cannot do it. She's saying we are basing our decision on a novel food catalog, which Europe Union release this year, 1st of January. But even straight away, I don't know much about it. But I knew about that thing before. But I'm telling that is recommendational kind of power to this catalog. It's just recommendation for all governments. Oh, you can check if this product is okay in your country and decide it if it's legal or not. And again, 2 years it was okay, you know. So
So in their catalog, so did they put that hemp has regulations, or is hemp like on the catalog in general, or?
no, in that catalog, it's not there because it's a new food kind of the
Mm,
hemp flour. They think that it's new. It doesn't have a long history of consumption. You know, this is the main thing. But again, I have so many questions to this. You know, because I'm buying the certified seed
mhm,
every year. I'm going to one agency, agriculture agency. I register my fields that, okay, half a hectare, it will be, I don't know, Fedora 17, it's French variety.
mhm,
Then I go to another agency, which is like checking for the drug content in the flour. So basically, they come every like about this
For the
time.
psychoactive, you mean like the THC?
Yes,
Uh-huh.
THC. They are checking for it, you know. So I'm doing all these legal procedures, and they never find any drug in it, you know. So it's nonsense basically. But at this point, all TV or all radios are talking about this issue. So they are forced to give me like concrete answer, you
Mhm,
know, based on some laws, not on suggestions from Europe Union.
mhm.
So we are positive that it will be okay to continue to produce this product.
Oh, so
Yeah.
they don't let you produce it anymore, right? Not even sell it, but producing it, or?
Yeah, they are not letting me to sell.
Mm,
There is no problem for if I'm harvesting and
mhm.
keep it like in the bags and that's it. But it's a mess basically. We have a lawyers now. They are working out the legal procedure, what questions we need to make to them, and the agency will need to officially like give me the answer. You know, like so.
And that was like one of your popular products, right?
Yes, the tea it's very nice product, not because it's healthy and it's tasty, but people really like it, you know. At this moment, what we do when people visit us, we just give it away for free. So, you know, just enjoy. Have a nice day.
How
Yeah.
did you start making the bars too? Because I know you said you were a cook before, a chef.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it's related because I like to cook. I don't know.
Same here.
Yeah, but at this point I'm also studying in university. I will become food technologist, so it's very interesting all the, let's say, this technical part of producing food, of ingredients. For me it's very interesting at this point because I'm growing hemp and I want to find the different ways of using it, you know, like last year we try we have this summer festival like I think in Lithuania it's similar in 21st of June when the night is so short, it's really bright all day all night. So people are celebrating here a lot, you know. For 3 days they
Mhm.
burn the fire and dancing around, and also they eat a lot of cheese. And we decided to make a hemp cheese. You know, we make the milk, then We boil it, add some acid, like how you call the lemon.
Mm-hmm.
So it all becomes like tofu. I don't know. Maybe that is the similar thing. So it's another thing, if I would have enough time to concentrate just on that product, I would make one, for the shelf. But for us it's just interesting, and we do what we can, but in general it's important. But maybe you will now start to investigate this hemp cheese. Wait, maybe it's something interesting.
So is that what you want to do, sort of? Because you're going to the university studying food technologist, maybe get off of like the production hemp side and work on like designing, engineering different foods?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now in the small scale. And all about the hemp, but I really like and I enjoy that. It's never ending story with the hemp. It's like full head with ideas.
Where do you think when you look at other hemp businesses, because in America, like the most popular way of putting hemp somewhere right now, it's becoming like a buzzword now. It's like, oh, just CBD or, like hemp. It's like, wow, like magic already. But most of the stuff that I see in America is made in either like sugar candies or something or gummies or like that. And
Yeah.
there is bars coming out, like you said, like energy protein bars, whatever it is. But if you had a recommendation for other hemp businesses that are focusing to going on food, like where would you recommend them to look into or create something new?
Um, hmm, Interesting. Uh, I think the simplest things are the most acceptable for population.
Hmm.
Maybe in United States, like you mentioned, sugar is super popular. That's why you can get closer to the public adding some CBD in it. Here in Europe, I think it's more like eating, really like eating, like a bread, like
Mm.
pasta, like oils, like this is maybe also cultural related, so but important is to explain to your customer, let's say, what is it, give him some ideas, show him how you are using it, how he can do it. If you will just tell him that this is the best flapjack ever you eat, but you do not explain how really you made it, what you put it inside, and what is the situation when you need it, I don't know, something like that. Because
And
we had this year workshop about hemp food,
mhm.
like like in what kind of dishes you could put it in, so we really try to include the seeds, the oil, the flour in actual dishes. So also we have one city in Latvia they had 1 week of hemp foods in all cities. So there was a lot of restaurants, and every day they have different menu in which they include hemp products. So this is how you get the population to start to think about hemp. When they go to restaurant, oh, okay, what is this? Like, so I think that's important. Education.
What was the most interesting like food that you've seen or heard of made with hemp?
Most interesting. I will again refer to that city 1 week festival, and I went there and I eat really nice burger.
Burger made out of hemp, or is it meat burger or
Yeah,
plant burger?
the meat was meat, but the
Hmm.
bun, the sauce, that was amazing. The sauce was from flour mixed with some citrus, and very interesting how it all
The
blend.
bun too is all cooked from hemp.
Yes, yes, like a hemp
Uh,
bread.
Hemp flour.
Yes, hemp flour. Yes.
That's so interesting. So it's a whole national day like for hemp then, or?
Yeah, that was
or
whole week.
a whole week?
That's
And that happens every single year in Latvia?
no. Every year they choose, unfortunately, different ingredient to use it.
Oh, okay.
But I think the some of those restaurants will continue with the hemp because they found that people are really interested, because it's still till this point when you show the hemp leaf, uh, people are, you get the attention straight away, and that's what most businesses they starting to understand, so it's weird and interesting.
So since you guys are in the countryside and are a little bit on, I guess, away from the, I don't want to say population, but like the urban areas, have you guys inspired like locals, or has there been a push, like specifically maybe somebody looked at your workshop or looked at your farm and they started using hemp, or has then anything because of you guys, you caused somebody to open maybe something new up as in a
Yeah.
store or sell a new product or something like that, or just a use of hemp?
Yes, interesting is that most of our neighbor gardens now has some hemp in it.
Oh, are you the consultant now or for hemp? And
I don't know, but it's very nice to see it, uh, because in Sovietic times in this region they grow a lot of like
Mhm. Yeah,
linen.
linen. Yeah.
Yeah. But we give this example that also hemp is, I think it's, I would not say much better or worse, but it's also very good option, to replace linen. And yeah, like I said, it's amazing. Like you go, oh, that one has a hemp, this one that has a hemp, and people are interesting mostly about insulating their houses,
Hmm.
that's really cool, because our house also, it's very old,
Hmm.
and the way how we insulating, we are like preserving as well the house, so it's very hot topic for people who live here, you prolong your house lifetime if you insulate with hempcrete, so, and it's natural, so yeah.
What is the maintenance of the hemp created? Do you just like make it and pretty much that's it, or do you have some sort of yearly maintenance or like whatever it is?
No, there is no maintenance. That's it. You apply into the wall, um, make sure that it dries out. It
Hmm.
happens approximately in 1 month's time, and just close it. Then you need to consult the builder who will explain you how properly to do it. We will hide all the hempcrete insulation with the same, how it's in English. Basically, it will be decorated with some wood. You
Oh,
will never
okay,
see.
like plywood or something.
Yes. You will never see the hempcrete. Actually, it will be in the wall. And yes, that's it. Just let it be there.
How long is it? Like, let's say, I don't know, like a standard wall, like a room wall. Someone wants to do a wall in the room. Like, how long does it take to make everything? Like the process, would you say, for viewers if
Yeah,
they decided to go that route to insulate their house, or even the
yeah,
wall just to start something off?
yeah. I always suggest for everyone, if you have no knowledge about building, get the builder, and he will prepare your wall that for applying the hempcrete. So basically, like I said, all the mixing and applying, it's super easy. There is no rocket science at all. Mix, apply, stamp it, and continue. Mix, apply, stamp it, and continue. Very
Interesting.
easy. It's, I don't know how long it will take, how to say, it's quick. It depends. If you are 2 or 3 people, it's even quicker. One is mixing, one is applying, another helping out bringing the material. So yeah, but safety first. Always use your goggles, your mask, the gloves. Because lime, it's pretty acid. It can I don't know, harm your skin, definitely. So that's all only harm. When it dries out, there is no harm at all, so.
How much, I guess, how much land do you need if you're growing your own hemp to insulate your house?
Uh, if you have one acre, hectare, or is the
I don't
same?
know how much. I don't know. That's the only problem. Yeah.
um, hmm. We have hectares in Europe, so
So let's
then you need
double
to
check real
calculate.
quick.
Yes.
One hectare, 1 hectare, 2 acres. So 1 hectare is 2.4 acres.
Okay, 2.4 acres then. And out of that, you will get around 2 tons of seeds, around 1 ton of fiber,
Hmm.
and around 3 tons of sheaves.
Hmm.
So 1 ton of sheaves is 7 cubic meters, like if we measure in the volume.
Hmm.
So with that, I think you can insulate a big house.
What kind of machinery do you have on farms? Like, what's the most used?
The most used machinery on the farm, we when we plant in the spring, we our neighbor helping us out. He has all the tractors and seeding equipment. But when we harvest with the hands,
Hmm.
all the flour and all the seeds, and then we wait all winter. We leave the stalk of hemp on the field, and we harvesting that one just in the spring, because all the retting is happening, and it's super easy then to break it and get your fiber off the stems.
Mm.
So we have basically all year harvest and planting non-stop.
What did you learn this year in being in hemp business that you didn't know anything in the past 2 years?
Mm, this year I learned that all the CBD thing is super loud, but I learned another thing. That is not the only thing what you can get from the hemp, and that I knew already before. That's why we are not so into it. We have one small field which is intend to be pretty high levels of CBD in the flower, but this is like adding up some new product to existing products,
Hmm.
So, like Steve Allen said, that you all people are getting crazy with this CBD, because if you insulate your house, if you eat healthy food, if you like do sports or normal activities daily, you don't need any CBD, So come on, just need to. I don't know. A lot of people think that they will take a drop and everything will be fine.
Yeah, I think that's the way it's being sold here in the United States, and I'm pretty sure in Europe,
Yeah.
since you're talking about it too.
Yes.
And
Yes.
anybody that I follow on Instagram too, it seems like what they're missing, like the difference missing, like between your farm and them. They post the farm, which is cool. Like, yeah, that's like trust and seeing who they are. But then it's like, here we got CBD and nothing else. There's no other story behind it. While you're doing workshops, you're trying to do something innovative, you're trying to teach people, so there's like some sort of different value transfer versus people just here buy my CBD. It seems like
Yeah.
that's the new hot deal going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. So for us, that's not hot at all.
So would you say in Latvia it's about more of hemp usage, like what you could do with hemp versus CBD only?
Yes, I would say definitely that is the vibe, but also CBD is coming in here, and so many people asking us about it, and okay, why not? But We will still continue to do all these different things with the hemp and educate people that go for it. Live in hempcrete house. Why not? Like it's good.
Yeah, that's why I really resonated with you because the way I look at hemp too, I have like this model in my head like of full sustainability, like a full circle. Everything happens on the inside, and I found this technology. I think they were in Colorado. They're going to be able to build hemp refinery farms. So you're going to be able to extract ethanol, which is gas for your car. So maybe you could convert
Yeah,
your tractors, whatever, to gas. All the oils, medicinal, plastic. So it's going to be like a one. I think they're called Hemp Tech. I'll send you a link later. Look into
yeah,
it. But what you're saying too, it's like a full spectrum of circle, and they're trying to release a whole, I guess, refinery farm machinery, so you could do everything at once. And it's really interesting. I think that's why you stood out the most, and it's very awkward that you're in Latvia. You're doing something completely different. What America should take an example of, because I think in America, maybe our culture is, I guess, it's a little bit more flashy or like maybe that's the word. Yeah, flashiness versus actually like educating people.
yeah.
Um, but where was I going with this? I wanted to ask you like what is your prediction over the market in your country and like where are you kind of moving along with this because you're doing so many different things so you're exploring and where do you see I guess yourself and the economy of hemp in Latvia and just Europe in general in the next few years and what are you preparing for?
Yeah, like I mentioned before, we are looking forward to get ready this product like a straws, like a sticks or whatever to
Hmm.
use for for any food kind of related products. But that is the example how we see ourselves. We will constantly will find something new first for us and for the local society in the same time to not stay the same. Oh, there you go, this is our tea, like we this is our goal every year at least to release one new product or make ourselves our services different to show in different way. Like this year I also started to go around the schools to show kids how to make hemp paper, so to how to say to reach as wider population as it possible, and like I'm mentioning the kids, this is so important, like my kids, they know what is hemp. They know all these building, all eating, paper, all these things. They are okay, lucky because they live with me. But I think all the kids should know that they can make the paper and draw on it. So it's very
Have your
important.
kids suggested any ideas?
Yeah, they have they have very interesting ideas. This year they want to start to sell lemonade when some people are visiting us. I think it comes from United States. This idea when the
Yeah,
kids
yeah. I
are on the
just saw
street.
2 days ago too.
Yeah. so, so these two want to do this. So also they drive me to this idea that we need to do hemp lemonade. Like it's. Also, new product, at least from Latvia, it's definitely new.
So
So
you're actually listening to your kids, right?
yes, I listen to my wife and my kids.
How has it been when it comes to your like digital side, digital business side? Who was the person that kind of took over your social media? Because you guys like I specifically use Instagram mostly. So I'm like that's where I saw you guys and I was like, very interesting. Like good photography and all that stuff. You could say it's all pretty, but you guys really look very welcoming and like opening.
Thank you. And thank you to my wife, Deborah. She's in
That was her
charge.
idea.
She's in charge of all of that, how we look there. So yeah, it's always been like that. Her education is social media, and so now she can really use it, and you can see that is actually working. She really have very nice ideas, and it's amazing. Usually I come to computer when I need to read and reply something in Latvian, so just then I see something.
Where do you guys have been getting the most traction in terms of social media, like Instagram, Facebook, or your website, or what is the best
Yeah.
way to, I guess, other people to get in touch with you?
Recently, so it's this year, it's Instagram, definitely.
Hmm. And
The
you have a
Facebook
Facebook as well
is,
too.
we have Facebook as well and website, but is this trend? I don't know, at least in Latvia, Facebook are getting old, maybe like that. I don't know. It's also like, I don't know much about it. We need to ask Deborah these kind of questions.
Are you collaborating with any other hemp businesses in Latvia, or?
Yes, 2 months ago, we contact all of them who we could found in Latvia, and we invite them to our farm. The event, we call it hemp market.
Mhm.
There was these basic ideas to get to know each other, to talk with each other, and also for the visitors, it was very good to see all of us in one place, so it's, our goal was not to create any association or anything, which we
Yeah,
clearly stated straight away. We wanted just meet each other, and that's it, because our experience in the beginning, there was no information when we started. you know we needed to be a member of some association or organization to actually get some information, and this was drive us to this point that we want to tell as much as we know to everyone. You don't need to be member of Obelisk farm, or whatever.
yeah.
Just like that, ask and I will answer you. So this is the way.
All right. We're gonna be wrapping up slowly. Last questions. What would you do differently right now if you started a farm versus when you had 5 years ago?
Nothing.
Same way. Just the
All
process.
perfect. All perfect. No, maybe.
Andres, thanks for the almost an hour. Where can the viewers reach you? Where can they follow your story and your journey? And what are you working on exciting so other fans could see and follow you?
You mean on internet where you can reach?
Yeah,
Yes, I think not. I think we have website obeliskfarm.lv. Yes, and Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. We are everywhere.
What are the last words would you like to give to all the other hemp businesses?
Be creative.
Be creative. Awesome. Thanks, dude. That was
Thanks.
awesome.
Okay, nice.
Awesome. Are you planning by any chance